lovelies, how's it going? It is officially autumn now here in the UK, but if you're watching from the other side of the world, I do believe it's spring now. If that is the case, I've got this spring themed video which might be more relevant for you right now. So today I am going to be carrying on with Mariah Elizabeth's Create This Book 3, and I'm going to try and get as many pages done today as I can before the school run, which is in like 4 hours. And of course, oh, I've got something in my eye again. Okay, I think I got it. And I'm going to try and make all of the pages autumn themed, as autumn is my absolute favourite time of year, just in case I hadn't mentioned that already. So grab yourself a cozy cuppa and let's get creating. Okay, so the first page that I'm going to start with today is create a garden. Draw a beautiful garden with vegetables, flowers, and/or any other plants you like. So I have actually already created the line work for this one yesterday. So here it is. So I did design this one on the tablet and have printed it out. And I'm going to add colour today with alcohol markers. So I have got a few spare copies just in case it goes wrong. So I wanted to create another illustration of some of the characters from the Draw Stuff Outside prompt book, as I did really enjoy illustrating their island and also their town. So I really wanted to expand on that and draw and colour in some of those characters, as I actually haven't coloured all of these guys in yet. So I don't even know what colour they're going to be. So we've got Adeline and Hazel going for a brisk, refreshing wellness walk through the park. We've got Forrest the moose and Morris the capybara helping each other with some gardening in that communal allotment pumpkin patch. We've got Jeff sharing a flask of a pumpkin spice latte fresh from his coffee shop this morning with Wilma and Edgar. And of course, because Jeff is a bit forgetful and clumsy, his cup of coffee is toppling over. We've got some apples ready for picking. We've got mushrooms, acorns, leaves. There are still a few flowers around. So if you are new to using alcohol markers, you do always want to make sure that you are covering your desk with something, because it does go straight through. Or if you are working in a colouring book, you want to put something in between the pages. Also, I would recommend getting a pastel set, because when I tested these ones out, they were just way too dark. But the pastel ones, while they do seem really pale, if you just keep layering them, the colour does kind of build up. I did actually make a whole video specifically about alcohol markers, which I shall link there, somewhere, if you want to know more about them. Right, let's pick out some nice warm colours. And we are also going to need some greens. Okay. This is a nice, oh, we need like oranges as well, don't we? Let's start off with something easy. Let's just go with the pumpkins. I'm just going to start off really light. If you're not sure about a colour, you can always just have, so I might just use one of these as a test piece, just to test it before you commit to your final drawing, especially if you've already spent a few hours on it. I might make these all different colours of pumpkin, because you get lots of different varieties. We actually went to a pumpkin patch for the first time last year with our friends, and I was just fascinated by all of the different types of pumpkin. I think I'll keep these all kind of obvious shades of pumpkin. Have you guys been pumpkin picking? I didn't get a pumpkin spice latte while I was there though. I was very disappointed because no one else wanted one, and I didn't want to be the one person to make everyone wait while I was in a queue. But I'm getting one this year. I will, of course, share this colouring page in the posts section if you'd like to download it and colour it in as well. I would absolutely love to make my own colouring book, but it just takes so long to draw, because you'd need probably a good 50 illustrations. And I'm finding that the YouTube stuff kind of already uses all of the time that I've got during the week. So I don't know how other people like have side projects as well, like creating colouring books and stuff. So I'm thinking I might just gradually build up colouring pages like in my videos like this until one day we have enough put together for a colouring book. Let's give them some nice green leaves. That's a very kind of grey green, isn't it? I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow to these just to brighten them up a bit. Now let's add the soil around. Yeah, you do have to watch some of these colours, because this one is called Yellow Ochre. And look, that is so much darker. Like, I would not describe that as yellow ochre. But then I don't know what an orchid is.
Orchids also known as killer whales, are the largest members of the oceanic dolphin family.
Oh, no, I did know that that was an orca, but it doesn't say orca. Looking more closely, what does that actually say? Yellow ochre.
Orca is spelled O-R-C-A.
Orca is spelled O-R-C-A. I feel like I'm actually at a stage where I could make a compilation video of all the things that I said wrong since I started YouTube. There is something so relaxing about this, I'm not gonna lie. But it is gonna take a while. So I am gonna make that. Just hit myself in the face with a pen. So let's make that a cozy musical time lapse. Okay, so I'm all done with this page. And while I was colouring that in, the doorbell actually went and something exciting has arrived. Ta-da! It's a Penelope and pumpkin mug. And this is available on Etsy now. I shall link it in the description. And one of you did actually order these before I had changed the paint pour. So you have got a very limited edition, rare version of this. But yes, she has the new updated paint pour now. These arrived yesterday as well, which are also on Etsy. It's a sticker sheet with the drawings that I did last week of Penelope and Pumpkin. To be honest, that sticker sheet is way smaller than I thought it was going to be. But because unfortunately I can't mass produce things, they are just like ridiculously expensive. But it looks like these can actually go in your car, so they are weatherproof. So they are perhaps like overly good quality. But yes, anyway, these are on Etsy now. Right, what is the next prompt? Yeah, so if you were wondering why my voice is sounding a little bit muffled there, that's because my microphone cable had come unstuck and managed to find its way into my bra. The sound only gets worse from here. So I'm afraid you're stuck with voiceover Emma for the rest of this video. Hi. Anyway, on to the next prompt. Create a quilt. Draw patterns or cut out pieces from different fabrics to fill the squares. Unfortunately, I don't have any fabric, but I do have some tissue paper in a few cozy colours. For some reason, I was having a lot of trouble randomising these squares, and I also found it ridiculously fiddly to glue them in. I clearly do not work with tissue paper frequently enough to have developed the dexterity required to do this. Once they had dried, I used some acrylic markers to add cozy autumn comfort food inspired patterns. Things like cinnamon rolls, toffee apples, and pumpkin pies. Although, confession time, I've never actually tried pumpkin pie. It's not really a thing here in the UK, so I'd have to make one from scratch to try one. It does seem like a strange combination because pumpkin tastes so vegetable-y, although technically they are a fruit. Have you tried pumpkin pie? Do you reckon it's worth me making one, or is it just totally overrated? I absolutely love this prompt because one of my favourite things about autumn is getting warm and cosy after being outdoors in that fresh, chilly air. I love all of the snuggly hoodies, jumpers, hats and scarves. I even have a coat that's basically a sleeping bag with arms, and it's amazing. It makes getting ready for the school run so much quicker. And this is such a creative way to design a quilt without needing any of those knitting, sewing or crochet skills. Once I was happy with all of these patterns, I decided to use a white gel pen to add some stitches just to make it look that little bit more quiltish. Now, I did just freehand these patterns, so they are a little wonky and spontaneous, but I kind of like that. It's a vibe. And this definitely looks like a quilt I would love to curl up on the sofa with after a long walk with a cup of tea and a good book. Who am I kidding? I'll be watching YouTube on my phone, but a lot more cosily with this quilt. So the next day, yep, that 4 hours went straight out the window. I started the prompt, Create Excess, draw way too much of something. I have been drawing a lot of cats lately, so this one is for all of the dog lovers out there. I decided to draw a whole bunch of different doggos playing in an excessive pile of leaves. I've never had a dog myself, but I've definitely seen videos of them doing this. And honestly, I used to love doing this too as a kid. I can remember just marching along the path in my Wellington boots, kicking through all those satisfyingly crunchy leaves that the wind had gathered, and now my own kids do the same. Once I'd worked out my line work, I went over it all as neatly as I could with a fine liner. I absolutely love these Unipin fine liners. I've been using them for many years. I especially love to pair them with a watercolour wash. Of course, I'll link everything I use today in the description. I really enjoyed trying to stick to a really warm golden colour palette for this one. And rather than individually drawing and painting every single leaf, I tried to just make a suggestion of them. This did save a lot of time, but also I think it prevented the leaves from distracting from the main focus, which is the playful doggos. I did end up spending way longer on this than I had planned, but I think it was worth it because this has got to be one of my absolute favourite pages that I've worked on so far in the Create This book. And I actually managed to remember to scan the line work before adding the colour to it, so I shall share this as a colouring page too. So that's all 3 prompts done. The Creative Critters Community Garden, the Quilt of Cozy Autumn Comfort Foods, and the Excessive Leaves and Doggos. I really love how they all came together, and they've really helped me slow down and appreciate all of the little joys that this season brings. The smells, the colours, and all the cosy things that make autumn feel so special. What's your favourite part about autumn? Or are you totally fed up of everyone going on about it? Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit all of those buttons. And I'm going to leave you now with a montage of some of the amazing artwork that you guys have sent me or tagged me in. I always love to see your work too. Keep on creating, my lovelies, and I shall see you next week.